So I'm outside of a lodge here in Savannah, Georgia. I'm actually here at Zerubbabel Lodge. Number 17, I believe, actually meets here. And also a lot of other Masonic bodies meets here. So let's go inside and see if we can gain admission. Because I'm living, and I hope you're living, the coolest life. So I got a chance to come here to Zerubbabel Lodge. Really nice lodge. They've actually they're here kind of temporary. They may go to another lodge, but there's several other lodges that meet here also. One is Acacia Lodge. There's also a Daylight Lodge. As you can see here, the Yorkite meets here also. And down here in this hallway, this is the main hallway that they come through the doors. And as you can see here, this room here, they've got the columns. And I say columns, which means they have two. You can see the other ones over there. But lots of different, some of the more famous members, they've got decorated like this one here. Also some gentlemen out in the hallway. Another one here. These members might be part of this body, or they might be part of the Yorkite bodies. It might be, some of them might even be from the other lodges that meet here also. One of the things you've noticed right away is every altar they have in a Masonic Lodge is a little different. And as you can see, this one here is probably handmade. But this doesn't belong to Zerubbabel Lodge. This one actually, I believe, belongs to Acacia Lodge. And they've got the burning tapers, the 3 burning tapers. Now, I did notice one other thing here while I was attending the meeting. They have gavels. They had 3 different kinds of gavels at each station. Typically, most lodges will have the same kind of gavel, whether it be polyurethane, wood, oak, whatever kind. But this particular lodge had different ones. He actually had a setting maul, which has got a big round ball at the end and a handle. He had a gavel, the gentleman at that end, and this one over here had the kind of gavel with a sharp point at one end, like you would use to chip off corners of rough stones. The better to fit those kind of things for the builder's use. The other thing I noticed is this one's got columns up front, not only within in the walls themselves, like this one here. You've got a half column. Again, you've got the Yorkite sign there, so you know Yorkite meets here. But they've got columns that actually protrude out from the wall. The master said here, I mentioned in other lodges, the podium, this podium here might be in front. A lot of lodges in the county that I'm from, the podium will sit here in front. This particular podium has got the logo of the Yorkite on it there, chapter council commandery there. And also this one here has got a handrail here in the center. Not all lodges have handrails. This is one of the few I've seen in the state of Georgia that has a handrail. I have seen a couple that have a dual handrail up one side, not so much toward the center, or they might have it toward the one end. But this one here is really nice. They did a good job on the ornateness of some of the chairs across the top. Really nice. And there's also different pictures around the room. This one here is of the Children's Masonic Home, which is in Macon, Georgia. And back here across the way there, they've got a picture of the George Washington Monument is right here, which is in DC. But you can see there's pews. Every time I see pews, I think of might have been a church that was in this building at one time before. I don't particularly know the history of this building. It may have very well have been a church, and they have leftover pews. But you can definitely see since then they have built out the senior warden where he sits. He's got the 2 steps there. We've got 1 step over here, and our junior warden's got 1 step over here. And again, you see how the podiums here are off to the side and not centered up with the chair. Typically, most of our chaplains will sit in that one there, the chair here. But because of COVID-19, a lot of chaplains have chose to sit over here on the side, or sometimes we call it Masonic North. But really nice lodge. If you get a chance to visit Zerubbabel Lodge, they meet twice a month. This is the second Thursday, so they probably meet the second and fourth Thursday. The other lodge, I think, meets here on Tuesday. And then Yorkite will meet here twice a month also, technically because COVID's going on. Only one of the Yorkites meets here 1 time a month. But it's a really nice lodge. The building is a good size. It's easy to find here in Savannah. They were meeting down on Bull Street, but that particular building was owned by the Scottish Rite, and they were meeting and it got sold. So York owned this building, so they came here, and there was already a Acacia Lodge meeting here. There's also a Daylight Lodge that meets here also. So anyway, if you're a Mason, you get a chance to come by, come visit Zerubbabel Lodge and or Zerubbabel. There's a couple different pronunciations from what I found out, but really nice lodge. Some great guys, some guys that are plugged in and really know what's going on. Anyway, that's all I got for you here. Y'all have a nice day. Check out my other videos. I've got lots of other Masonic videos.